Well, hello there. How you doing? Okay, so most of the inboxes and messages and DMs that I get are usually from people who are asking me, so, please help us, like, how do we do what you do? And I'm always willing to share information, but the sense that I'm getting is that people think living abroad or overseas is a joke. They think this is something we do to get away from our lives, that we're boring, or to just run away from something. No, baby, that is not what it is. So today I thought I would just share some of the realities of deciding to pack your life up away from your comfort zone and going to live in a different country. What does that mean to you? It's not a joke, guys. So if you are running away from whatever demons that you have, trust you are going to be more miserable in another country. So you better deal with your demons before you leave. When you leave, you better be ready emotionally and otherwise to deal with a whole new life. So you better be ready to go build a new life, and you cannot do that if you have demons that you haven't dealt with back where you come from. You are going to be miserable. Okay, so I had to write things down so that I don't forget like the important points. Number one, okay, you will be homesick. Facts, okay? You will be homesick for half the time. It doesn't matter how nice the people are, and you will meet absolutely amazing people, and they will try to make you feel at home, and for the most part you will. But you will definitely miss your own country, because that's where you grew up. Most of the things that you know are from that country, so you will be homesick half the time. You will miss your people. Right? That's the reality. Reality check number one. Okay, number two, right? You are going to miss out on special events at home. You are going to miss out on people's weddings. People are going to pass on and you won't be able to bury them. Like, for example, like right now, my friend is going to have an unveiling of her father's tombstone, and that man was like a father to me. But guess what? I won't be able to make it, because when we come here and we take jobs, we sign contracts, and you cannot just bounce whenever you feel like it, because you are on a contract. So you are going to have to make peace with missing out on some of the important things, like things that mean so much to you. You will miss out on those. That's the reality, okay? Honey, number three, right? You're going to lose friends. That's the sad reality, because you will start seeing people for who they are. You start seeing that people expected you, or you have taught people before that you are the one that's keeping the relationship going, the friendship going. And then people will stop following up on you, checking up on you if you don't do the same thing. So those friendships will slowly just fade away and disappear into thin air. That's the reality. You are going to lose friends. And here's the sad part. You're going to lose some of your family members. You will lose some of the family members, because being away from home has a way of showing you, people's true colors. It has a way of showing you who people really are to you, and people will start seeing you for who you are as well. And so sometimes you start realizing that you don't really like certain people the way you thought you did, and also that you don't have time to deal with bullshit. Like half the time you really don't have time, because you got a whole new life going on, so you really don't have the time nor the energy to deal with bullshit. So you're just gonna have to learn to just say boy bye, girl bye, and let it go and move on with your life, because your new life requires more energy and time from you. So that's the reality. Next one, people will try and take advantage of you. Now, I'm talking about people in the country that you have moved to. For example, there's a scam in China with the taxi drivers. So you get this thing where you can share a cab with people, and when you're sharing a cab with people, you divide the money according to how many people are in the cab. But now, if you're a foreigner and you have no idea, guess what they'll do? They'll charge you full price. All right? Now, that's a scam. So people will, try and take advantage of you. And then you're going to have people back home trying to take advantage of you, because people, for some reason, think that if you have moved abroad, you got money on trees somewhere. You just go and pick, like bills, wads and wads of cash that you can share with everybody and their cousin for whatever fetish that they have. People don't think that you have your own life to still live. People don't think that you have, you've moved out of your country so that you can have a comfortable life. They think you somehow move so that they can have a comfortable life. So they want their cake and they want to eat it too. Not on my bill. Sorry. Okay, next thing. You're gonna get lost in a new country. So sometimes you're gonna take a train and you're gonna find yourself in a place that you weren't really going to. Trick is remain calm. On your phone, download Google Translator, all right, for whatever language that that operates in a country that you're in, so that you can ask people when you actually do get lost. All right, remain calm. People generally will help if you do get lost, right? Next one, you're going to miss your country's food. I don't know about you guys or where you're from, but I'm from South Africa. When I tell you that our food is so good, it has the flavor, and I've traveled like a lot, like I'm a traveling teacher, right? I have traveled, so I really have tasted a lot of different foods, and people have different foods and tastes in their country that are so delicious. But man, when I think of South African food, I want to weep all the time, because I miss South African food. I miss a flavor, a rich, warm flavor food. I really miss our food in South Africa. So you will miss your country's food all the time, regardless of how good the food is in the country that you live in. All right, that's a fact. You're gonna get culture shock, right? If you don't get culture shock, then you haven't moved to the right place. You're gonna get shocked out of your system. Like my children, and I mean, America should pretty much be the same as South Africa, but they were shocked by the amount of sugar that you find in American food, like the cereal. And I mean, we have sugary stuff back home, but like, man, Americans love their sugar. Like, my kids were shocked by the level of a sweet tooth that Americans have. So yeah, that was just one of the shocking things in a country that you would think, it would be easy to just like, adjust to. So now we've had to learn a trick where we buy sugarless cereal, and then you mix that one with the sugary stuff. So just to dilute the amount of sugar that you find in your cereal. So you're gonna have to learn tricks for you to survive, right? Honey, when I tell you, you will have to adjust to people's weathers, like the weather of the country you're in. I'm from South Africa. I thought I knew cold. I mean, I've been to Chicago. Chicago is pretty cold in winter. And then I came to China. This particular part of China, I almost froze my butt to death. Like, China is bloody cold. Well, where I am, it is so cold. The winters here are shocking to the system. So you are going to have to go there prepared, be ready. Don't you think you're gonna come here with your cute leather jacket in winter? You're gonna die. You're gonna need to have, those padded, thick things like the boots that you wear at home. Those are not boots, all right? Those are just normal shoes for this weather. So you're gonna have to adjust to the cold weather or the heat, because it's also shockingly hot in summer. So you're gonna have to learn to adjust to different climates. That's a fact. Okay. Now next, this is very important. This is the last one. You will have to get rid of all the biases that you have in your head. All right. So here I'm talking about racism. You cannot be a racist person if you want to live in other people's countries. You cannot be a bigot in other people's countries. So your bigotry, your superiority complex, where you think your country is the mighty superior one, and then people, must do things as how you do them in your country. Baby girl, baby boy, no, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to learn to adjust. And when you want to introduce your culture, you gotta do it in a way that is, acceptable to the people of the country that you are in. So you cannot have any form of, bias, a bias. You're gonna have to come clean and open, to new stuff, to a new life. And also, ready to share in a way that is acceptable, not being forcing people to live the way you want them to live or how you did things in your country. It's not going to work. All right, never ever going to work. So forget about that. Now, that was the last one. Most importantly, I've told you about all the things that will shock you. You are going to grow as a human being. You are going to be a better person. And when you become a better person, let me tell you what the disadvantages of that are. People start realizing that you are growing. And some people won't like that. People like the old you that they could take advantage of. Now that you have grown, you are realizing some of the things that really mean nothing to you, and you're willing to let go of relationships that really don't add value to your life. People are going to start getting mad. The people that you really thought you were close to, some of them will be mad. People like the old you. People want you to stay stagnant so they can take advantage of you. So you're going to have to learn to adjust to the growth and know for a fact that growth comes with certain losses. You will lose people along the path, but you are going to gain you. You are going to gain yourself. You're going to be, beaming. You're going to be glowing. You're going to be, energized because you are learning so much. You're realizing how much you really did not know, because when we are in our comfort zones, we start thinking that we know so much, but you're going to start learning new things and realizing that you have so much to learn. And you ain't got time for bullshit. So people are not going to like that, because people like people that they can bullshit. People like people that, will keep just building their little egos. And when you no longer have time for that, when you no longer have time to be kissing people's asses, when you no longer have time to be begging people to be your friends, when you no longer have time, to deal with family dramas, people are going to hate on that. But those who really value you are going to learn to adjust to a new you, and they will start learning to adjust, even though it's hard for them, because of course it's going to be hard for them. You are changing as a human being. You're not what they used to. So if they really value you and they think you're important in their lives, they're going to have to learn to adjust. Don't lower your standards. Don't change yourself to make people comfortable. At some point, you're going to have to learn to do what is best for you, even if it's not best for the rest of the world. And even if it's not best for the people that are really close to you, that includes your children, your husband, your sisters, your mother, the whole lot. Sometimes you gotta do what is best for you. That's the reality of trying to adjust to a whole new country, moving from your comfort zone. So if you think you want to move to another country, of course I'm willing to help you, but you gotta be very, very, very realistic about it. Don't think it's a place where you go to hide from your problems. No, that's not the one. You go there because you are ready to start a new life. You want to learn about yourself. You want to learn new things. You want to learn about new cultures. You go there as a clean slate, open to the learning process, open to the highs, the lows of the life, because there will be highs, and the highs will be very, very high, and the lows sometimes can be very, very low. There will be days where you can't even take, you cannot take yourself out of bed because you just want to go home and you just want to be with your people. And you're going to have to learn to find ways. I mean, when I feel like that, fortunately for me, I can just FaceTime my people. I can FaceTime my kids, FaceTime my WhatsApp call my mom. I can FaceTime my husband, my sister. Like you're gonna have to find ways of adjusting to the new life. So that's the reality